Ladies and gentlemen, it's Saturday night once again, so it's time for another round of Saturday Slam. Let's go ahead and get rocking down the card. What do we have in store for you this week? Dirty Deeds, Daniel Maxson taking on Jay Savage in singles action. We're also promising you tonight, Money Martay is going to be live and in the ring for some wrestling action, so you don't want to miss out on that one. And then, of course, we have the marquee matchup for tonight. We have the Marksman going one-on-one against XWC student Andy. Marksman has been on an absolute tear since Unleashed. He's been taking on the students in particular, taking different trophies from them, so we'll have to see what he has in store for Andy. But let's go ahead and run down to the ring because we're ready for some action. And now we see Daniel Maxson making his way on out to the ring. We've seen certainly a different change of attitude from him, if you will. He's been a lot meaner. He's been a lot more ruthless since Unleashed. We saw him going up against the Infinite just a week or so ago, bringing the brass knucks brazenly right to the front of the ring. So, Dirty Deeds is not just a name, it's a lifestyle with this guy. But of course, he's going to have to contend with a KCXW great in and of himself, the longest reigning Metro champion so far on record. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to welcome to the ring none other than Jay Savage. And now Jay Savage makes his way down to the crowd, thanking everybody for making their way out for this taping tonight. But he's certainly going to have his work cut out for him right here against Daniel Maxson, because let's be honest, other than Unleashed, he's been kind of rusty in and out of the ring. Daniel Maxson's been putting in the time, he's been putting in the hours, he's been putting in the work across Missouri, across Kansas. So for sure, Jay Savage is going to have to make sure he's got his A game today. Referee's getting him backed up. Looks like it's about time for this one to get rocking and rolling underway. And I want to remind you folks, we just announced it just a couple of weeks ago. But hey, wait a minute. Hard Luck Hal Rogers is coming out. He's got a... And apparently, Hard Luck Hal Rogers, something from the Board of Excellence that says he's the referee for this contest. And this contest only. He does not need the bow tie, apparently. Well, this is a strange turn of events for sure. Jay Savage doesn't look like he's too happy about this at all. I mean, we know how well Maxson and Rogers work together. So this has to be some kind of planning between the two of them. And Hal Rogers calls for the bell. Here we go. And both of them try to go low. Jay Savage able to grab the wrist and get wrist control. Maxson cuts him short, gets the waist lock he was looking for. Savage rolls him up, but Hard Luck Hal Rogers is distracted by somebody on the outside moving a chair, and he missed the pin. Jay Savage keeping the chin lock on. But certainly we should have at least had one count or something there. Hopefully that was just a one-off occurrence, and Hal Rogers is going to be able to keep his eye on the ball for the rest of this. There's La Maestral. He goes down, and on the one count, Rogers seems to have injured his bad shoulder. I mean, he's had problems with that shoulder in the past, but Jay Savage is none too happy about this. And I don't blame him, to be honest. Maxson goes for a cheap shot. Savage ducks underneath. Couple of quick knees into the midsection, and over goes Maxson with a suplex. And Savage keeping the hook on. He's bringing him over. Suplex number 2, ladies and gentlemen. He's calling for it. Maxson goes over again and down right in the middle of the ring. Rogers checking the hole, but Savage bringing him back on over. And a huge lift up. Body slam, down goes Maxson. Rogers checks the shoulder. And a very slow 1 count. Now, there's not much way you can try to spin that at all. The Savage is going to go straight for the kill shot here. And Rogers pulls Maxson down. What in the world? Here's the ruse. We knew it was coming. Oh, sit-out powerbomb. Jay Savage is down. Maxson goes for the cover, and Rogers with a very quick pin. And this match has been stolen from Jay Savage. Absolute treachery on the work of Maxson and Rogers there. Hard luck and dirty deeds, stealing another one away, ladies and gentlemen. And wait, here comes Reed. And I mean, Reed and Rogers have been going back and forth ever since, before Unleashed. Reed has been taking umbrage with the way that Maxson and Rogers do business, and he's coming to defend an old friend in Jay Savage. And that sends Maxson and Rogers running for the back. The crowd letting their appreciation be shown for Jay Savage and the effort he put into this match.
I got your back. You can't spell, but man, you can smash. I like that. Next time I'll take a little longer coming out to see.
And a little bit of jovial back and forth between the two of these guys. A special bond that they hold with each other. But I want to take a moment now, go ahead and give it a quick throw out to one of our sponsors. Safe Haven Fitness offers the most prestigious personal training service in the Midwest from certified personal trainers of the National Academy of Sports Medicine. Call or text head coach Michelle Nicole today at 816-427-1135. Safe Haven Fitness, we build you up to be the best you can be. So absolutely, folks, give them a call if you're trying to get in shape for any reason whatsoever. Michelle will get you on the right track. Let's get rocking and rolling with some more wrestling action, folks. Coming out next to the ring, another XWC student putting the work in, cutting his teeth in, Shannon Jr. Now, not because he's Reed's son or anything. I don't think so anyway. I'm not too sure about that. But Shannon Jr.'s a young one for sure. And he's looking to prove himself here already. As he makes his way up onto the ropes, demanding acknowledgement from this crowd. Definitely a lot of confidence in this young man for sure. But he's got somebody to contend with in his own right. And that is recent XWC graduate and KCXW newcomer, Money Martay. Now, if you remember, Money's been showing up here pretty often on the Saturday Slams. I say a KCXW newcomer only because when Unleashed happened on April the 23rd, the Realist came out and he had no match scheduled for him despite his appearances and despite his pleadings. So, when he came out looking for an open challenge, none other than Money Martay answered that call. And even though the Realist came out with a victory, Money Martay put everybody on notice that night. So he's got Shannon Jr. across the ring from him. Shannon Jr. looking to make a name for himself tonight. And Martay looking for a sign of respect, and Shannon showing none. The bold young one that he is. Let's see if he can back it up. Shoots underneath the first shot, and a kick into the thigh. Money Martay wasn't ready for that, and Shannon showing off his speed. So far, advantage Junior. Going for Lockie. Got him that time. Got the waist lock. Going for a gut wrench. Can't quite get the suplex. Got him up high that time, but Junior drops out the back. Junior ducks under the elbow. And this kid is a little too quick for Martay, but Martay's got the scoop on him now. And looking for... Oh, just slams him right down on his face. Kind of a modified inverted body slam there as he just drops Shannon Jr. right down on his chin. And referee calling for the break after Shannon very quickly getting himself into the ropes. He's learned a couple of tricks, that's for sure. Ducking underneath, but Martay's got the arm. Martay's got wrist control, and that is not where you want him to be. Money Martay loves working the arms, loves twisting you to the ground, and loves getting over top in that advantage position. So Shannon Jr. wisely gets the break, going for the eyes to do it. And there's something that we're learning real quick about Shannon Jr. He's going to take any advantage that he can in this matchup to try and get himself on top and secure an upset win. I can't say I blame him, but he's certainly putting the rules to their bending limits. And Martay throws him into the corner with authority, and a huge chop from Martay. That one goes ringing through the XWC. Shannon Jr. looks like he's feeling worse after that. Huge Beal throw drops the young one down on his back. And now Money Martay firmly back in control. Coming in for a splash, and he connects in the corner with velocity, bouncing off of Young Jr. And now pulling him back into the middle of the ring. Lifting him up for the suplex. He's trying to get the vertical stall up. He's got him. He's up there. And Shannon Jr. slips out the back door. Another wise, quick maneuver from the young guy here. Turning Martay over, gets the neck breaker and drops him down. He sees an opportunity. This is a good one, 1.5. And Martay just shoves little Shannon Jr. right off of him. Almost sent him into the air. But you gotta love the heart in this kid. He's not giving up. He was looking for a pile driver, I believe. But Martay just turns him up the wrong way and sets him on the top rope. Forearm right into the chest, and Martay's looking like he's got a big plan here. Got Shannon Jr. in the corner, lifts him into a military press. Junior's up high, and he's got nowhere to go but down. Oh, he found a way out. Junior's a wily one, that's for sure. Schoolboy attempt, only gets one. Martay right back up in a hurry. Quick face lock grab, and now he's got Shannon Jr. trapped. This is not a good place to be for the kid. Dropping the suplex. Martay going for the pin now, gets 2. But Shannon Jr. able to get the kick out there. Quick shot into the gut, and Junior's going to try and find an opening for himself. Looking for a wheelbarrow pin. Nope, kicks out. Bulldog, very nicely done. And Martay ate the mat hard on that 2 count. That's the longest count. Shannon really wanted that one. He's pleading with the referee. He knows he's going to have to try and finish Martay now or never. He's stacking him in. He's looking for the pile driver, I think, again. Trying to get the lift, but he can't quite get the hook on Martay. Then Martay with a back body drop just dumps the kid over. And I think the window for Shannon Jr. may have just closed. Martay sending him off the ropes. Big boot right to the chest. And Martay starting to build up a head of steam. We know how this goes. Double axe handle right across the chest. Shannon Jr. is reeling. Martay getting the arm hook. Pump handle time. He's got him up over the shoulder. There it is. Power slam. And Martay is calling for it.
Let's go, buddy. I'm the coolest.
Bringing Junior back on up.
Get the bag, big dog. Get the bag.
And he's got him hooked up in a gory special. Locking in against the shoulders. Wait, he's hooking for the feet. Gory bomb. And the kid is down. And the kid looks like he might be out. And Martay slapping on an STF. And that's going to be it. There's the bell. Submission victory for Money Martay here on Saturday Slam. Not to take any credit away from Shannon Jr. He put up a lot more fight than I think Money Martay might have been expected. But at the end of the day, Martay had the answers. And he came away with the victory. So let's go ahead and get rocking and rolling, folks, because you know what time it is now? It's marquee matchup time. We've got the Marksman, more surly, more nasty, more dirty than ever before, going up against the bubbliest personality possibly in all of the XWC, none other than Andy. Let's get rocking on down to the ring. And you hear the crowd absolutely erupt as soon as Andy comes through the curtain. They absolutely just love seeing Andy come out and give it his all in this ring. No matter who he's up against, no matter the circumstances, he's always got that big smile on his face, and he's always just ready to go. He knows this is a big fight, and he's trying to ramp himself up for this one. And Marksman gives you plenty of time to get amped. Plenty of time for it all to start sinking in. He sits in the back while you sit there waiting for him, stewing, thinking about every possible outcome that could be coming your way. And then just when you think that you can't wait any longer, the Marksman enters. And like I was talking about, you see the attitude change in the Marksman. You could almost say he doesn't want to be here just with the way he carries himself and the way he walks. But it's not that he doesn't want to be here. It's that for no other reason, he's here to hurt. You see him favoring that knee ever since Unleashed. He took a bad jump off of the ring apron, came down on it. Now Andy is a different challenge than the Marksman's gone up against in the past several matches that he's had. Andy's got a lot bigger center of gravity to contend with. He's not going to be able to throw him around quite the same way he would an AJ or a Peyton or an Angel. And Andy, showing some strength of his own, immediately sends the Marksman back to the ropes. Crowd firmly behind Andy here, and Marksman is going to have to figure out a different strategy for this one. Andy, like a sumo, almost commanding the center of the ring and daring the Marksman to come and take it. Marksman trying to dig into the ring to get some leverage. Nothing doing as Andy sends him back to the corner. And Andy backing right away, but he's letting them know he's not backing down. And let's go ahead and give point number 2 right there to Andy. Marksman comes charging in, trying to get a little bit of momentum there. And with a hair pull, he's bringing Andy back to the corner. Referee looking for a break now. And Andy does not look like he took any, he took well to the hair pull. And now he's sending Marksman back. And again, Marksman brazenly going for the hair this time. Andy turns him around and puts him in the buckle though. Oh, and a shot right across the face brings Andy to a knee. A couple of hard right hands and an elbow to the back of the head. And Marksman has quickly let this one devolve into a fight on his own terms. I mean, Andy was ready for a contest, but nobody's ready for a shot to the jaw like that. And within a moment, the Marksman has turned the corner on this match as he just rains down fists and elbows across Andy. And Marksman knows, wait a minute now. And now he's got Andy up against the corner. Looks like he's choking him with the wrist tape maybe. Referee trying to call for a break. Marksman keeping his back between the referee and Andy. Now Marksman getting the hook. Looks like he's looking for a body slam. Doesn't work. Andy comes crashing down. 2 count. Match was almost lost right there. The knee gave out on the Marksman. Now Andy needs to capitalize. He's waiting for it. Marksman comes up. Andy gets the lift. Body slam of his own. Wait, Marksman's able to lean down, get his feet on the mat. He's got Andy hooked. Reverse DDT drops the big man down. And now Marksman slowly making his way over for the pin. 2, and Andy just heaves him off. Oh, drop kick right up into the face. And that may be the kind of offense that Marksman's going to have to use to keep Andy down. Relentless and vicious. And now as he sits across the small of the back and starts applying the camel clutch, Andy's going to have to start digging deep and see if he can't find a way out of this one. Uh-oh, it's getting worse. If he gets that other arm hooked over. Oh, now he's just grinding the wrist tape right into the eyes. Referee's going to call for that one. And again, the wrist tape across the face. Referee admonishing the Marksman for the blatant disrespect of the rules. A couple hard shots to the back as Andy's trying to find his vertical base. Marksman knows he's got to keep this man down. And Andy's starting to get mad. A huge forearm from Andy. Blocks another punch. A punch from Andy. And Marksman ducks behind. Huge belly-to-back suplex, and the entire ring shook with that one. Marksman had to use just about everything his knee could take to pull that off. But Andy's able to start getting up to his feet. Marksman couldn't capitalize on the advantage there. And now just laying kicks into the chest. He's only making the big man angry, though. And Andy comes firing back again. Huge chop across the chest. Back into Marksman, up into the corner now with a flurry of blows. And Marksman goes tumbling down. Andy sees a moment, I think. What's he's got in store? He's setting Marksman up. Beal throws him down across the mat. Marksman stumbling up, favoring that bad leg. Now Andy looking to send Marksman across the ropes. Hooks the belly to belly. Brings him down hard. Referee gets a 2 count before Marksman gets the shoulder up. Andy's got a hold of the wrist, though. He's got a plan. He knows he's got to stay on top, and he's got to keep the pressure going with a former champion like the Marksman. Samoan drop! Nails it right in the center of the ring. Marksman's down. And now Andy's lining up. What's he got here? Going for a splash, but the Marksman rolls underneath and trips him up at the ankles. And Andy eats canvas. And now Marksman again laying the boots to his thigh. Just trying to Charlie horse the big man. If he can't use his leg, he's going to have a hard time standing up. Marksman's going to have a hard time lifting him, though, if he can't stand up. And, oh, hits the pile driver! And Andy rolled into the ropes. But Marksman with a vicious pile driver right there. And Andy's still getting up. A knee into the face. Andy's still moving. Marksman hooks him again. The second pile driver. And oh my, that's got to be it, folks. Referee shoved down into position by the Marksman. And yes, that one's going to do it. 2 pile drivers to put the big man down, but Marksman knows how to get the job done regardless of what the mission is. And once again, he walks away victorious tonight. But I've got to give it to Andy. He took an awful beating from the Marksman, and I haven't seen anyone withstand the flurry of offense that the Marksman was throwing and keep coming the way Andy did. Keep getting up and keep fighting. The spirit that Andy was... And now Marksman, after the match, using the ref to hold himself up as he starts laying down kicks on Andy after the match is over. Ref trying to get him out of the ring here, and Marksman's just losing his cool, ladies and gentlemen. This is that surly attitude. Just hockey punching him now. Got him trapped in that shirt. This is that attitude that I was talking about. Just absolutely surly, sour, and rude and mean is the Marksman. Looks like he might finally be leaving. No, wait a minute. Come on now, referees. He just shoved the ref out of the way. And he's stealing Andy's... I guess he's taking another trophy. Stealing the shirt right off of Andy's back, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that's going to do it for Saturday Slam. We're throwing out to Safe Haven Fitness, and we're throwing out to the XWC. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. One last reminder, of course, KCXW Destiny coming to you October the 15th at Soccer Nation. You know where it's at. Get the tickets at ticketspice.com/Destiny-2022. We will see you there, and I will see you next week.